In Geometry 6-4, we're dealing with rectangles. So basically, we're skipping 6-3 and going into just rectangles and properties of rectangles. A lot of you guys have dealt with rectangles before, so it's nothing new, but we're going to go through the details and the properties that have to do with it. The first is the Theorem 613. Theorem 613 basically is the definition of what a rectangle is. And last section, in section 6.2, you were dealing with parallelograms, and basically that's just a quadrilateral four-sided figure where the opposite sides are parallel. Now a rectangle goes right underneath a parallelogram. Basically a rectangle is a parallelogram, except all of the angles are equal and 90 degrees, okay? Because 360 and you divide it by 4 will give you 90 degrees. So rectangle is a parallelogram with all 90 degree angles. So it's all the same properties of a parallelogram, except new properties are now arisen because the 90 degrees makes these angles related. So properties, AC equals BD means that diagonals are equal. So one of your problems from section 6.2 where it says that the angles bisect each other. In this case, not only do they bisect each other, but the diagonals itself are equal to each other. Okay? And opposite sides are equal. So AB equals DC and AD equals BC. So opposite sides, that's a property of a parallelogram as well. All four angles are 90 degrees. So that is with Theorem 613. The diagonals bisect each other. That is also a property of parallelograms. So mostly everything is property of parallelograms except these two. These two. The diagonals are equal, okay? And then all four angles are 90 degrees. So go ahead and write that down. Do your vocabulary. And we're going to do one example and you'll be done. So basically, this is telling us that LMNP is a rectangle. So rectangle, already you can apply any of the properties. Once they've stated what it is, you can already apply all the properties that go with it. This one is stating that it's a rectangle and we're dealing with angles. So remember in pictures, anything with a little degree sign means that we're dealing with angles. So it wants us to find x. Sometimes they'll give you more information than you need to because we don't need to know y, it just wants you to find x. So I do know that every angle equals how many degrees? 90 degrees. Since they equal 90 degrees, my equation to set up to solve for x is 5x plus 8. So this plus this equals 90. And then I solve. Combine like terms, 5x and 3x give me 8x. 8 plus 2 is 10 equals 90. I subtract 10 from both sides. I get 8x equals 80. I then divide by 8. I end up with x equals 10. So it's the same thing that you'll be doing in 6.2 is you're going to find out what kind of shape it is and then apply the properties and use the properties in order to find what the question is asking for. Go ahead and try page 344 number 2, and I will see you in class.